This here is probably one of the most iterative updates when it comes to Apple products. It's the Apple Watch Series 7 Nike edition. Let's see what it comes with inside the box, how it looks, and how it compares against its predecessor, the Series 6. So we have this little tab here to open the seal, typically Apple. And then you have your packing slip in there, and you get the Nike logo as well as the Apple logo here. So as you can see, the box is quite a bit different to what you would get on a standard Apple Watch. It says 1009 there, and you have the Apple Watch band. So you get these two contents inside the box, and besides that you have various designs of the Apple Watch Series 7 built on the covering itself. There's a quick start guide in here, and besides that you do get some regulatory information in there. You also get the new charging pod, and this comes with USB Type-C as a connector instead of USB Type-A. So that's the only difference there that I can spot. Besides, this one is silver. My previous one looked white, if I'm not wrong. But this has the USB Type-C connection. I think this is much better because your iPad or MacBook can charge this instead of depending on a wall charger all the time. And this here is the packaging for the Apple Watch Nike edition. And this is the Starlight Colour. And there we are. And then let's look at the strap. So I'm actually quite happy about the Nike strap instead, because it has perforations or holes, which means that it will work better when you're working out, because it will allow the sweat to dry out faster through those holes. And there we are. That's how the strap is packed. So you do get two sizes of straps. There's a small and medium, and there's a medium and large, which is good to see. There we are. Feels really nice, good quality. It actually feels heavier than my existing strap on my Series 6. So if you can see, there is a slight indent on here besides these perforations. So this will perform a lot better than this kind of closed strap when it comes to working out. It's just a simple case of sliding the straps in, and it should click into place. So that's how it looks. That's how the Series 7 Nike edition in Starlight looks on your wrist. In terms of what's new, there's a very short list this year. Obviously, the screen is the biggest upgrade. Quite literally, it is bigger than the Series 6 from last year by 20%. It's a bit like when we got the iPhone XR for the first time and compared it to the XS. The extra bezels on the XR made it look decidedly down market. That's what happens when you compare these two side by side. However, if you're not comparing the Apple Watch Series 6 to the 7, you will never be bothered by the lack of extra real estate offered by the new Series 7. Comparing the two watches side by side, you can see how the extra screen real estate shines through. On such a small display, every little helps, so a 20% increase in screen size is indeed a welcome addition. The jump is much bigger when compared to anything older than a Series 4. So if you have any of those watches, then this makes for a serious upgrade based on the screen alone. Then you have the QWERTY keyboard, and that is a seriously useful update. Although I prefer to dictate more stuff to my Apple Watch most of the time, I can imagine situations where you don't want to dictate when you're in public spaces, and you just want to write a quick small message to someone, and the QWERTY keyboard offers a very simple way to do that. So you had options to scribble previously, but that was nowhere near as convenient as having a proper full keyboard on the watch. I find that Apple usually does a very good job when it comes to selecting the right alphabets when you're typing, and I suspect predictive input goes some way in assisting this. In any case, I find it very easy to type on this small keyboard of the Series 7. Then you have the faster charging for the battery. So even though the battery performance is still the same, you do get faster charging in certain regions. Note here that I say certain regions, and the reason for that is because I have come across information that 3 countries, which are Argentina, Vietnam and India, do not get the faster charging feature of the Series 7. There is very little information available about this at the moment, so I do intend to test this, and once I have more information, I will be sure to make another update on this. As things stand, I never found the Apple Watch to charge too slowly. Yes, perhaps I do wish for it to have reverse wireless charging from the iPhone's back, like the Samsung phones and watches do, but I found that even a quick charge whilst in the shower gives it enough juice to last you the working day. And as usual, you do get those nice notifications on the iPhone itself to let you know when the Apple Watch is completely charged. What is more welcome is the added strength from the thicker glass. Most of last year I used the Series 6 watch with some sort of bumper or protection applied. I wasn't confident about it remaining scratch free or protecting its glass when it bumped around walls and other surfaces when moving around in daily life. This year, I intend to use the Series 7 without any bumper and enjoying the good looks of the watch for how it should be. And I'm hoping that the added strength from the 50% thicker front crystal will allow it to remain scuff free and also protect the actual glass itself. On similar lines, you get some more dust resistance and it has IP6X certification, which means that it will do better in dusty environments and the outdoors. This is also a very welcome move, and the lack of a physical connection port inside the strap attachment is said to have helped with this. Now the Nike edition, besides getting the nice perforated strap, also gets some exclusive watch faces like this Nike Bounce watch face. These are not available for the normal edition of the watch. Considering the fact that you cannot do a mix and match of any strap you like on the Indian Apple Store, I think getting the Nike strap instead of the regular silicone strap is a good idea, because the regular strap does not do as well when working out and helping dry out sweat quickly. Instead, these perforations should certainly help when working out. So I think overall the Nike edition provides great value compared to the standard edition. Any existing straps you may already have from your Series 6 will continue to work with the Series 7. One example is this sea salt sport loop that I ordered last year and made a video on, links in the description. It hasn't held up as nicely as I would have hoped it to. It has picked up dust and grime over the months, and although I do shower with it to keep it clean from time to time, it is probably best to go for a darker color if you like the idea of sport loops. So the Starlight Colour is new this year, and I also have the iPad mini in the Starlight Colour, and this is how these two look together. You can also get this color in the regular iPhone 13 models, so if you like to color match your gear, this is possible with the Starlight Colour this year. Obviously, you will not be able to color match with the iPhone Pro models. So this was a quick look at the Series 7 Nike Edition Apple Watch. I will obviously go through this watch in more detail, so do check out my full review of this watch. If you like this content, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.